Hi, my name is Arijit and I'm from India. I'm an intern in the Daegu National Science Museum. Today I would like to teach you something about space. So, what is space? When we look up to the clear night sky, away from all the city lights, we can see the moon, the beautiful stars, and bright planets. Sometimes if we are lucky enough, we might be able to see the beautiful band of the Milky Way. This is how Milky Way looks from the Earth. It's beautiful. Space is where all the planets, stars, galaxies, and other objects are found. Today we will look at few objects that we see in space, like planets, stars, nebulae, and galaxies. First, we start with planets. Planets are objects in space that orbit around a sun, are round in shape, and has cleared the neighborhood around its orbit. In our solar system, we have Sun, planets, dwarf planets, satellites, and asteroids. We have 8 planets in our solar system. They are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. We also have a few dwarf planets in the solar system. Dwarf planets are like planets, but they are smaller in shape and they have not cleared the neighborhood around its orbit. So we have 5 dwarf planets in our solar system. They are Ceres, Pluto, Haumea, Makemake, and Iris. We also have satellites in a solar system. So what's a satellite? It is an object that moves around a larger object in space. Just like how Moon is a satellite to the Earth, similarly even our Earth is a satellite to the Sun. There are 2 types of satellite, natural satellite and man-made satellite. Example of a man-made satellite is the Hubble Space Telescope. An example of natural satellite is our Moon. Just like how Moon is a satellite to Earth, similarly even other planets have their satellites like Europa, which is a satellite to Jupiter, Titan, which is a satellite to Saturn, and Triton, which is a satellite to Neptune. We also have asteroids in our solar system. So what are asteroids? Asteroids are small rocky objects that orbit around the Sun. But unlike planets and dwarf planets, they are not round in shape. The most famous of all asteroids are Ida, Eros, and Gaspra. Now we also have something called the asteroid belt in our solar system. So what's an asteroid belt? The asteroid belt is a region of our solar system between the orbit of Mars and Jupiter, where a lot of asteroids are there. Here we can see an image in which we have Mars, Jupiter, and the asteroid belt. Next, we will learn about stars. A star is an object in space that emits its own heat and light. There are 4 general categories of stars in this universe. They are main sequence stars, giant and supergiant stars, death stars, and failed stars. 90% of the stars in our space are main sequence stars. They are again of 4 types: blue stars, orange dwarfs, yellow dwarfs, and red dwarfs. Our Sun in our solar system is an example of yellow dwarf. When a main sequence star runs out of hydrogen and starts to burn its helium, it becomes a giant or supergiant. There are four types of giant and supergiant stars, that is, blue giants, red giants, blue supergiants, and red supergiants. Here in this photo we can see the size of the sun compared to the red giant star. It's big. Next we have death stars. Death stars are formed when a star no longer has enough fuel for fusion in their core. There are four types of death stars: white dwarfs, neutron stars, black dwarfs, and black holes. The last category of stars are the failed stars. They are celestial objects that do not have sufficient mass to ignite and fuse hydrogen gas, and therefore they do not shine. This picture here is an example of black hole. Next we will learn about nebulae. A nebula is a giant cloud of dust and gas in space. Sometimes this gas and dust come from explosion of a dying star. There are four general categories of nebula. They are H2 region, planetary nebula, supernova remnant, and dark nebula. Orion Nebula and NGC 604 are examples of H2 region. Nebulas look very beautiful, as you can see. The Lion Nebula and Helix Nebula are examples of planetary nebula. The Crab Nebula and HBH3 are examples of supernova remnant. Now what's a supernova remnant? When a star explodes, all the gases are scattered in space, and this becomes a supernova remnant. The last type of nebula we have are dark nebula. LDN 1768 and Lupus 4 are examples of dark nebula. As you can see here, these dark patches, these are the nebula. Next we will learn about galaxies. A galaxy is a huge collection of gas, dust, stars, and the solar systems, all held together by gravity. As you can see here, this is a planet, this is a star, planets revolving around a star, it's a solar system, and the solar system belongs to a galaxy. There are four types of galaxies: spiral galaxies, elliptical galaxies, lenticular galaxies, and irregular galaxies. In this picture you can see how a spiral galaxy looks like, how an elliptical galaxy looks like, and how an irregular galaxy looks like. A spiral galaxy is a galaxy whose shape is like a spiral. The Pingle galaxy, as you can see here, looks similar to that of a spiral, so therefore it's a spiral galaxy. Few other examples of spiral galaxies are NGC 1300 and NGC 4414. Next we have elliptical galaxy. An elliptical galaxy is a galaxy whose shape is that of an ellipse. This is the shape of an ellipse, and ESO 325 G004 is an example of an elliptical galaxy. Next we have lenticular galaxies. Lenticular galaxies are the hybrid between spiral galaxies and elliptical galaxies. NGC 5866 and NGC 2787 are examples of lenticular galaxies. Next we have irregular galaxies. Irregular galaxies are those galaxies that do not have a well-defined shape. For example, NGC 1427A here has no well-defined shape, so therefore it's an irregular galaxy. Few other examples of irregular galaxies are IC 3583 and IC 4710. So as you can see, these two galaxies do not have a well-defined shape. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you could learn something about space today. From next time when you look up to the night sky, think of all the infinite possibilities.